Welcome to the Aggie Mom University video on Treasurer's Best Practices. Best practices include creating treasurer guidelines and knowing the requirements for filing state sales tax and IRS Form 990. You must also file required federation forms annually and know the financial rules for fundraising, budgeting, and distribution of funds. Treasurer guidelines are a prepared document outlining the club's financial transaction processes, including expenses and income. This document should detail the process for reimbursement requests, invoice payments, and deposits. Review this sample for an example of what your guidelines should include. Create forms for any financial transaction, like check requests, reimbursements, and deposit forms. Share these forms with your board and consider uploading them to a board-only section of your website or shared documents. Here is a sample of those forms. Never pay an invoice or provide a reimbursement without a completed form at the time of the request. More best practices and sample forms are available here. Regarding fundraising, work with the officer to determine the types of fundraisers for the year. Ensure they know the guidelines for bingos, raffles, auctions, and other events. For budgeting, create an annual budget that is approved by the executive board or membership. Any unbudgeted or over-budget expenses may need board approval as required by your bylaws. Club operating expenses should be covered by dues and donations restricted for operating expenses. Money raised through fundraising must not be used for club operating expenses, and dues cannot be used for scholarships or student organizations. Donations may come with restrictions, such as limiting funds to a certain program or expense. Income from fundraisers must only be used for programs serving the club's purpose, as stated in the bylaws. Door prizes must be donated, not purchased with club funds. Club funds cannot be used to benefit an individual unless offered to all students represented by the club, such as through scholarships. Do not give cash or gift cards to students. Modest, non-monetary gifts for graduating students are allowed and do not need to be reported to financial aid. For student speaker or organization gifts, the Federation recommends offering an honorarium to the organization, writing a check directly to that entity. No gift card or cash should be given directly to an individual. Non-monetary gifts are permitted. No funds can be directly given to a student or parent. All checks must be forwarded to the Office of Financial Aid. Any gift to a student should be considered a scholarship and reported with the student's name and UIN to the Office of Financial Aid. Contact the Financial Aid Office for more information. Reports should be presented at each membership and board meeting. Visit aggiemoms.org/clubresources/AggieMom University for the class library.